I gotta be careful though in case there's a dude inside.
That's why I was asking if you're... There's some.
Yep. Just make sure there's not a person. Yep, there's
a
a
person. Oof. Oof.
Oh crap, I'm out of ammo.
Oof.
Okay.
Oh.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Our collective butthole tightening.
Literally no red in my health bar.
Hey guys, welcome back to the continuation of this pest-infested level.
I knew there was one more somewhere.
Okay, what is that? I want to, after you kill that, what does that say?
Plastamatic?
Plastamatic?
That's not a toy
So
that I
is
remember
it-
from the 90s.
Okay, well now my dark theory is that it's transforming...
Well, yeah, it's melting
It's
down.
melting them down and transforming them into spiders.
Oh, yeah, that was definitely what was happening.
Oh, I thought it was just like they had a container of spiders and they were feeding the gray guys to the spiders. That's what I thought was happening.
No. I do think it was melting them down to turn them into spider soldiers.
I am not happy. I don't like that at all.
Which-
The implications of killing people that were helping you earlier is not very pleasant. What is that middle switch for?
That's for the door I just came through, because the door's closed. So so I can
Is
go
this
back.
not the way you came back? You're coming back the way you came in.
Correct.
I thought there was always a switch. I don't know. It doesn't matter. What is that rifle? Oh, that's the sniper rifle.
Yeah.
It looks different for some reason.
That dude's really working hard. So
So this wasn't what I thought of. What I said last episode. Wait, is the top health yours
Dadgummit.
and the bottom
Yeah,
health
the
is his?
top health is his. He's stuck on the other side of the wall.
Yeah. This wasn't what I thought it would be. What I said last episode is like maybe you're here looking for Vicky and you're just going to happen to run across Shrap. But it sounded like in the cutscene you were supposed to be here for
So this
Shrap.
This flips this switch again.
Shrap. I keep saying scrap.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what the plot is in this game. I remember the basic like high points, like the whole turning soul people into. Where is he? There he is. What are you doing? Other than being a nuisance. All right, come on, come through.
He's a surfer,
There
bro.
he says bro, and dude, that means he's cool.
He's got a bandana on his
It'll
head.
appeal to the kids.
When did this come out? The 90s?
99.
How big was surfer culture in the 90s? I feel like that was when it was kind of at its crest. Is that when Point Break came out?
And the beach ball volleyball scene in Top Gun.
That was in the 80s.
Was that the 80s? Well, yeah. I do know, like, at around this time period, like, they definitely knew that surfer culture existed, and they were making, a lot of pop culture was making fun of it.
Well, I mean, surfer culture had been around for a long time. I mean,
Right.
go watch...
I just shot Shrap. I'm sorry, Shrap.
Go watch...
Why is it not? Thank you.
Why am I drawing a blank? Apocalypse Now. That movie was in the 70s, I want to say.
There's a health pack, I think.
But I don't know when surfer culture peaked. It's definitely on the decline now, I would say. People are too lazy to go out and surf.
I want to go surfing so bad.
I don't have an interest. I'm not good at balancing on boards. I can do like skates and stuff, but
See, I love snowboarding. I'm terrible on a skateboard, but I can ride a ripstick.
I cannot. My siblings can, but I cannot.
Which is a very early 2000s thing to say, but
Are they out of style now?
yeah, I think their time kind of came and went, kind of like alongside Heelys.
I've got some Heelys at work.
Heelys are awesome.
Oh, I was gonna say, how did you not kill him? But I forgot.
Oh,
I
dear.
didn't see.
Oh, dear.
Switch to shotgun.
Oh dear.
You need help.
Yep, and I need the.
How is he
frame
not
rate.
dead?
Need
He's
the
taking
frame rate.
shotgun blasts to the gut.
Need the frame rate.
Is there
to
no
help me out
health
a little.
here?
I don't think any of the health packs respawn.
It didn't respawn.
Yeah. So
Are
I
you
don't-
willing
I
to
don't
start
see
looking through houses?
it. Yeah, I gotta be careful though in case there's a dude inside.
That's why
one
I
of
was
the
asking
houses.
if you're. There's some.
Yep. Just make sure there's not a person. Yep, there's
a
a
person.
person.
Oof. Oof.
Oh
Oof.
crap! I'm out of ammo.
Oof.
Okay.
Oh.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Our collective butthole tightening.
Literally no red in my health bar.
Well, now you need ammo. You gotta keep going through the.
It's fine. I got 200 rounds in the.
Okay.
M16. I'll be fine with the ammo. Where's
You need to go
Where's
the other way
Scrap?
then.
Where the frick is
He's
Scrap?
right behind you on the radar.
Yeah.
Turn around.
Is he in here?
No, I think he's following you. Like, just look around for a second. Because his green dot is like
Yeah, I see
right
it. It's
over
right
yours
there.
as soon as you move.
Are you on the side of the wall? There he is. Escort
He's
missions
useless.
suck.
Useless.
Well, he doesn't even have a gun. Leave the guy alone. Which is just like, I've got like 4 guns. Why can't I give him one of my guns?
I know, right? I barely heard any of the cutscene, but did it say what his role was? Because
It probably did,
like,
but I also did not hear much.
Brick he's like, how's my favorite heavy machine gunner? I think you left him behind again.
Yep,
And with the other guy,
that's fine.
you could tell he was, I forget, the skinny guy with glasses.
Thick, that was his name. Not Brick. It was Thick.
Oh, thick. But what was the other one? His role was kind of in his name.
Yeah, all of them kind of have that role in the name.
But that's why I don't understand what Shrap is. If he's not an explosives expert,
Right.
I don't know what he is.
Yeah. No idea. But he exists, and apparently that's enough. Oh, now I gotta go open the gates.
Well, at least this is the end, it looks like.
Yeah.
You don't have to go all the way around again.
Yeah.
This was a much more...
Straightforward, easy level than the friggin'
No, I was going to
stealth
say,
mission.
this is a much more entertaining complex, prison complex level than the one where you rescued... who did you rescue in the prison that one time? I think that was... No, that wasn't
the
Thick.
sandbox one. That was like the garden.
Riff.
Yeah.
No, not the sandbox. It was a prison. It was the very first NPC you rescued. It was Riff.
Yeah.
You'll have to go back. It was like the first episode we did, first or second episode, but
Yay, mission successful.
we didn't look at the code.
That's fine. That's a nice thing. So the codes are fixed. It's not like
Oh, so you could just
I like
Google it.
the pictures of himself on the spec wall.
No, Blastro, sweetie. Say it with more conviction, strength. Maybe if you shared your plans with me, I could direct you better. After all, I did tell you where the Green Army headquarters is. You can trust me.
The hour is at hand when the Tan Nation will take its rightful place as the most
Let's go, Tan
supreme
Nation.
power in the world. I will give Colonel Grimm 48 hours to surrender, or everything that he holds dear will cease to exist. And I do mean everything.
He means Vicky.
Oh,
Good, she's ugly.
can't surrender.
Clown.
We have no choice. The Tan Army's advancing on all fronts, and we have
Winnie
no
the Pooh.
defense against their super weapons. If we could destroy the remaining portals, we could even the odds. Yeah, we could even the odds.
So now we gotta destroy the portals.
The last one is located in the heart of Fort Plastro. It's a 1 in a million chance.
Sounds like good odds to me.
We will insert you about 20 clicks outside of Fort Plastro.
It's incredible writing.
Your mission: find a way inside. Once
I mean, sure, it was the 90s, so it was basically the same plot as every other action movie.
Since every voice in this game is Jim Cummings, I'm upset that Vicky isn't Jim Cummings, like trying to be like, "Oh, I'm just a damsel in distress" or something.
We gotta disable another friggin' electric fence.
Well, at least now
dear.
you know how to.
Yeah. Just gotta find the power strip.
And at least it's not dark.
Yeah. At least it's not snow biome. Of course, it's sand biome, which means that, okay, it's not sand. Good. I was gonna say, if it's sand, then they're just gonna blend into the...
It's beachy.
What?
Well,
Who's shooting?
is it from the tower to the right?
Where is... Oh, no.
Is it on the
I'm
tower
about
to the
die.
right?
Where is he? It's not
How
this
that guy couldn't have been shooting at
No, it
you.
wasn't that guy.
Well, there's
Who was
help.
shooting me?
Look in the tower to the right.
What tower? You mean like that tower?
Yeah.
That's probably him.
There's also people to your right.
Yep.
Over
Yeah, I
there.
see them.
Well, at least there's the fence. It's not a huge level like that snow
It
one.
looks pretty big. I mean, you look at the mini map.
Oh, that's fair.
It also looks like there's gonna be a fair bit of backtracking with like walls and stuff, which is fun. Big levels are fun.
Maybe.
Ow. No. Good to go.
I hate his pained
The little sound bite.
effect.
Yeah. I just dislike how there's like 3 sound bites and that's it.
There's good to go. There's no. And
Party time.
party time. What'd you just pick up? A sniper?
Snipper whiffle.
Minefield.
shoot,
Mine.
Oh, those guys up there.
I hate how you can just shoot them even when they're not on the screen.
I think I'm hitting the.
The fence.
I was hitting the wall. See, you're like that. That's annoying.
Oh yeah.
That little jump.
Yeah.
There we go. Let me go up and get that health pack.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's another health.
But yeah, let's see. What else were we talking about?
Oh, in the last episode we were talking about spiders.
Yeah, we ended with tarantulas, which is great.
I don't understand the people, like grown adults, who are scared to squish a spider.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like spiders. I don't want to touch them, but I can squish one. I'm not freaked out. But if it's not a black widow or a brown recluse, it's not dangerous.
There's a buddy of mine. He went to Africa a few weeks ago, and he got bit by a. Oh, that's right in front of me. Bit by a brown recluse, which they call them violin spiders in Africa, apparently, which makes sense because they have a violin-shaped abdomen. That's partly how you recognize them. But then he got back to the States and he got bit by one again.
How?
He got bit right on the face.
I don't know if I've
It was
ever
really funny.
seen a brown recluse in the wild,
I've
because
seen.
they like to hide.
Where's the explosions?
Up above you, I think,
There
to the
it is,
right
Yep.
or left.
There's a lot of bad guys in this map.
I one time had a black widow like 2 inches from my hand, because this is back in my army days. We had to set up some targets, and the targets were on these big pieces of like plywood that were out in the field. Mm-hmm. So we had to go pick up the plywood and stand it up in the stands. That's a really long range auto aim. And the plywood had been sitting out for a long time. Like, it's not like we took the plywood out there. It's part of the range. Like, when you go, you set up your targets, and then you take them back down, and the next people who use the range, they'll put it up on their turn.
What was the point of this?
Yeah, I don't know. And so when it's been sitting out in that grass for, weeks. And when I picked up the plywood, I looked at the back of it, and there was a spider web and a black widow like 3 inches from my hand. I was like, oh,
Nice.
get it, staple it, because you had to staple the paper to the plywood. I was like, staple it, staple it, staple it, staple it, staple it, staple it.
Do it now. Do it now.
This is not cool.
I love black widows though. They're a very pretty spider.
They're cool looking. See, I think black widows are one of the least. I don't want to say cringy, but because it's not like cringy what you think of, like, that was cringe, like stuff that makes you kind of like shudder.
Yeah.
The black widow texture, it's more of like a hard shell.
Yeah. It's that shiny.
Isn't as like gross and cringy as like hairy spiders.
Yeah. Well, it's like black widows are really pretty because that dark black. It's smooth. It's shiny. It's got that bright red
onyx.
Hourglass on its tail. And I mean tail in the posterior sense here. Not
Yeah,
in
I
the,
was gonna say,
not
that's
in
not
the-
a tail.
Not in the animals having. Wow, I just got melted. But yeah, they're very pretty spiders. Whenever so I used to work in a warehouse way back in like in early college, and there are always black widows in warehouses. Like, if you've ever been in a warehouse, I'm sorry, you've been near probably like 20 black widows at any point. Just for those of you who are going into warehouses unaware.
It's like those like stupid factoids. It's like the average adult has ingested, the average warehouse worker has ingested 10 black widows on shift. They just don't know about it.
Well, so it's also like it was a fulfillment center, so it was like putting things in boxes and then putting boxes on a pallet to be picked up by a truck and all that. But yeah, there was a point where me and my brother worked there together, and there was a point where we ended up just like anytime we saw one, we'd take it, stick it in a mason jar, pop a few holes in the lid, and see how long we could keep them, and feed them flies and stuff. And there was a point where we had over 20 spiders, black widows, just in jars lining one of the shelves, and our boss came in and didn't realize why we were doing that, or that we were doing that, and he did not respond well to a whole bunch of spiders in his warehouse.
What room did you keep them in the break room?
No, it was just like in our workspace, just in the warehouse. So
yeah, I mean, what's he gonna get mad about? Like that they're in the warehouse? Like, buddy, we didn't bring them in the warehouse. They were here.
I brought them. Brought
We're putting them in jars so they can't come get you. Like, what could he possibly be mad about?
We brought our own black widows from home. But yeah, it was. I hated that job. Was miserable at that job. But all the tarantulas was a funny part of the job, or all the black widows, not tarantulas.
Did you like get in trouble for having the spiders?
Kind of like we didn't get written up or anything, but he was like, "Yeah, don't do that again." And then he was like, "Kill them and just kill them all." And we ended up taking a couple home and letting a couple go because it's like they're doing their job. They're just thriving out here, man. No need to kill them.
They're keeping the rest of the bugs out of the warehouse.
And they're they're non-aggressive spiders. They really aren't. Like
no,
hyper.
Same with
they're not
brown
like
recluses.
Yeah, they're not like wolf spiders they're just like running and giant and hairy and terrifying.
Yeah, wolf spiders, even though they're not dangerous, they are that cringe that I was talking about.
Well, they're the big hairy spiders, and wolf spiders will bite you. It's like a bee sting. Like they don't have a severe venom, but they will bite you. And they're so big and fast and ugly that, yeah. But yeah, so that's my one of my favorite like spider stories. So glad I don't work there anymore.
I also don't like the spiders. I guess kind of like something like a camel spider that are like really light colored and have like spines on them. That texture is very gross.
Well, and then camel spiders also have like the whole like their venom has a a painkiller in it, so it's possible you can get bit by one and not even know it.
Oh, I didn't know. I mean, camel spiders aren't really dangerous either. They've just been
they're huge.
They've been popularized
by the war effort.
By is that a glass window or something?
None of the other ones were. I don't know why these ones would be. Nope.
It's weird.
Apparently, I just wasn't in the right spot.
Yeah, I guess not.
But yeah. They're like I've got a brother-in-law who served in Afghanistan, and he said, yeah, you'd pick something up, and one of them would go scurrying out, and it'd freak you out because there's this 8-inch long spider just flying across.
Oof.
Yeah.
No red in that health either.
Nope.
Yeah, but I don't think they're as big as you're led to believe by seeing pictures online.
Right. Well, the people take pictures of the truly massive specimens.
Well, there's one famous picture of somebody holding one up, but it was like two of them hanging on to each other. It wasn't one. Still, I mean, they are gross. They're way too big for my comfort, and they're very gross.
Yeah, they're very gross.
But I still like looking at them.
And then you have like what is it? The scorpion spiders? I think they're called or something. They're like they have long, very thin, long, skinny legs and pinchers. And
this is weird.
They're creepy and terrifying.
3 of them were supposed to pop up.
Yeah, I guess I just didn't go far enough.
Didn't go far enough.
Okay, there's that guy dead. All right, because here's where like there were a whole bunch of them. So I'm trying to be a little bit.
Can you pull out the sniper rifle and have it auto aim at the guy up top?
Can try. The auto aim is really finicky.
Yeah. Oh well, it worked.
Yep. There's somebody. There he is.
Sneaky boy.
Yeah, he's dead. I don't see anybody else.
They're there.
Yeah, they're definitely there. It's also like a weird difficulty thing in this game, where it's like the enemies aren't difficult, but there's so many of them, and it takes a minute to kill them, just because it takes a minute for your aim to snap onto them.
Yeah, but also it's because you clear an area, and then they just like, oh well, we're just gonna spawn here out of nowhere.
Right,
I feel like
I'm
that's
getting
part of it
shot from
too.
somewhere.
Probably from the tower.
Yeah, by the tower. That's not what I'm going to do. Ow.
Oh, you got
I
him.
killed the tower guy.
There's health.
Yep, there's one right there. There we go. There's another one. Just running up on. No!
Oh my gosh.
Ah, there was a pallet between us.
Well,
Oh, you suck.
I feel like we got to call it there.
Yeah, we'll call it right there. Thank y'all for joining us on today's episode. Watching me die repeatedly over and over and over again is, I'm sure, great content and lots of fun to view.
Well, that's like Super Mario World.
All right. Well, thank y'all for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.